It's another week of tending our Torah garden. The book of Bereshit is all about building. And this week's building block is balancing the physical together with the spiritual. Parshas Vayishlach is very dramatic. After many years of separation, Yaakov reunites with his brother Esav. The lead-up is very tense, with Yaakov preparing extremely lavish gifts for Esav just to get in his good graces. And when they finally meet, Yaakov prostrates himself 7 times and describes himself as Esav's servant. Yet the night before the meeting, the Torah tells us that Yaakov met an angel, Esav's guardian angel, and he wrestled with him until the morning. The Medrash tells us that Yaakov fought like a lion, not letting the angel gain even an inch of victory. I find the contrast strange. On the one hand, Yaakov grovels before Esav and looks to bribe him with presents. And on the other hand, he has no problem fighting it out with an angel. Who is the real Yaakov? Timid and afraid, or powerful and fearless? There was once a guy in Israel named Yosef. He was a member of Hashomer HaTzair, a very secular and highly anti-religious group. He lived on a kibbutz with his wife and children. One day, Yosef's young son developed a serious medical problem, and the doctors in Israel said the only place that was equipped to deal with it was New York's famous Mount Sinai Hospital. Yosef had no money to his name, but when he appealed to the board of the kibbutz, they refused to pay anything towards the medical cost. Somehow or another, Yosef met someone who told him that if he scraped together the funds to fly to New York, there was an organization of Satmar Hasidim who volunteered at Mount Sinai that could probably help him. Yosef borrowed money and indeed met with the head of the Satmar volunteer organization. When he explained the situation, the manager said that since the treatment was so expensive, only the Satmar Rebbe himself could approve this case. And so it happened, my friends, that a Zionist kibbutznik found himself face to face with perhaps the most virulent anti-Zionist rabbi on the entire planet, the holy Rebbe, Rabbi Yoel Teitelbaum of Satmar of blessed memory. Yosef broke down and begged the Rebbe to help him. With the most beautiful, warm, angelic smile, Rabbi Yoelish tells Yosef in his Ashkenazi biblical Hebrew that he has absolutely nothing to worry about. They will take care of every single thing. And that's what happened. The Satmar Hasidim got the top specialist in New York to take the case, raised all the money necessary, and Yosef's son got the best possible care until, Baruch Hashem, he fully recovered. As Yosef was about to leave back to Israel, he felt it was appropriate to once again see the Satmar Rebbe and thank him for everything he did. But this time, when he entered the Rebbe's study, there was no smile or kindness. The Rebbe gave him a stern look and sharply rebuked him for his way of life, telling him that he must repair his ways or else. Yosef walked out of the room in a daze. He thought he was dreaming. Was this the same Rebbe who literally saved his son's life and with an angelic smile? The rabbi who was so sweet and nice and made sure he had everything he needed? The rabbi who never once mentioned his level of religiousness or observance, or that he was a Shomer HaTzair? The whole flight home, Yosef couldn't come to himself. He kept replaying the scene in his mind. And then it hit him. The Rebbe was a real man. He truly cared. When his needs were physical, he did everything he could to help. And now that the physical part was over, successfully, it was time to take care of the spiritual. And there too, the Rebbe did everything he could to help. It was a crucial turning point in Yosef's life. He made a complete turnaround, and today, he and his family live in Jerusalem, leading completely religious lives with tremendous nachas from all of his grandchildren. The same is true for Yaakov. He wasn't bipolar. It was just a question of balance. When it came to the physical front, Yaakov did everything to make sure the gifts were perfect and elaborate and even lavish. But when it came to the spiritual fight, Yaakov handled it with conviction, not letting go until his enemy completely conceded. This message must hit personal for all of us. As Jews, we live both in the physical and spiritual realms. Each one requires different tools, and the wisdom is to know how to navigate them and integrate them successfully. And that part of the garden, my friends, I'll leave for you to tend. Wishing you and yours a Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.